If you need any MyTEAM grinds in any mode, hit up my boy Witty for safe, reliable, and the cheapest grinding services around. Hit him up on Twitter. You won't be disappointed. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what is coming on Friday, the biggest drop of the year, which is All-Star Weekend content, where the game got ruined last year in 2K24, and hopefully where the game will not be ruined in 2K25. It is a massive opportunity for 2K to do things right, and I'm going to talk about how they can do that if they want to. I'm also going to talk about how you and I and everybody else can prepare ourselves for All-Star Weekend content here in 2K25. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Archer has decided he wants to be a consistent guest in today's videos. I don't know why. He was in the first one a little bit. Now he's going to be in this one as well, but that's okay because we love Archer. Anyways, last year, let's just start by going over last year's cards. We're not going to go over them in depth, obviously, but I want to talk about what the drop looked like last year. This is what it looked like. You had 100 overall Kareem. Will there be something along those lines this year? I have no idea. In terms of a additional higher level insert card, that I don't know. What I do know is the way that this will probably work this year is not going to be opals and pink diamonds, but dark matters and opals would be my guess. We will have 10 galaxy opals for the 10 all-star starters, and everybody else will have a pink diamond would be my guess. Last year they did add Benedict Mathurin for winning the Rising Stars challenge, and they added, I believe, Opal Karl-Anthony Towns later on in the weekend. Okay, that must have been later than the weekend, but they had Damian Lillard, Giannis, Tatum, Embiid, KD, LeBron, Luka, Jokic, SGA, and Halliburton, who were the 10 all-star starters. So we're gonna get the 10 all-star starters. Let me just Google real quickly, 2025 all-stars, just so we can get a good picture real quickly of the guys who are going to be coming in this game. Obviously there's some injury replacements. Actually, Trae Young got announced this morning as an injury replacement for the all-star game, but LeBron James, Steph, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson, and then Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Donovan Mitchell, Karl-Anthony Towns should all get dark matters would be my guess. We're going to get 10 dark matters of the guys who are the starters. And then I think we're going to also get pink diamonds for everybody else. So Trae Young, who's an injury replacement, whoever winds up being the injury replacement for Anthony Davis as well, will also get a pink diamond. And then I would think AD still gets I get a galaxy opal, I should say. And then all the other players will get a galaxy opal. So AD gets a galaxy opal. Damian Lillard gets a galaxy opal. James Harden gets a galaxy opal. Jaylen Brown gets a galaxy opal. Anthony Edwards gets an opal. Jaren Jackson, Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Williams, Evan Mobley, Tyler Hero, and then Wemby, Siakam, Alperen Şengün, and then obviously Trae Young, like I said. All those guys should, in my opinion, I would think, get galaxy opals. Now, that means Opal Wemby, among a lot of other cards, a lot of really good dark matters. Dark matter SGA at point guard, dark matter LeBron at small forward, dark matter Giannis as like a small forward, power forward potentially. Some really good cards, and Opal Jaren Jackson Jr. could be an absolute monster. Like there's a lot of potential really good cards. A dark matter KD, dark matter Jason Tatum, like a lot of big name really good cards that are going to drop in All-Star Weekend. And so that means number one, a ton of new top tier options. Not every card will be uber elite, but a lot of them will be, like some of the best cards at their positions in the game, especially if we see some animation changes, which I feel like is a big if right now because 2K hasn't really done a lot with animation changes this year, but I do think there's a good chance we see animation changes at least on the dark matters, where they maybe change a dribble style here and a release speed here and maybe a drag back or behind the back or something like that. Like they change a sig or two on each card and speed up jumpers to quick, or maybe a couple of them go to very quick. Now the question for me is going to be more so not if the dark matters get sig changes, because there should be some sort of animation changes on the dark matters. The opals are what I'm interested to see, specifically Victor Wembanyama, because I know the number one question that a lot of people have before All-Star Weekend content is, should I sell my team? Specifically, should I sell my Victor Wembanyama if I have one? The best center in the game, who is almost certainly getting a new Galaxy Opal card that will be better than this pink diamond this weekend. And here is the honest truth. It all depends on if he gets animation changes. As is, his jumper is already elite. He will be faster on his opal for sure, which will be a noticeable difference, but I'm not sure it'll be a noticeable enough difference to justify what will probably be a 1.5 million plus MT price point. Whereas his pink diamond, which is still pretty expensive, but will likely drop a little bit in price, very easily could wind up being, I mean, you could see opal Wimby being 1.8, 1.9 million MT, whereas pink diamond Wimby's less than $1 million. So, and that's with a bunch of extra Hall of Fame badges. Like, you're going to be able to get this weekend pink diamond Wimby, I would think, for 800k MT with every single Hall of Fame badge in the game. Like, and that's the honest question, because obviously the opal will not be as souped base badge wise as these pink diamond Wimbys with every single freaking Hall of Fame badge would. And especially Wimbys with a bunch of extra like good legend badges and stuff as well. Like mine has 20 Hoffs and 4 legends. I got 4 interior legend badges, post up or post lockdown, pogo stick, paint patroller, and rise up. And then I got every single important Hall of Fame badge that Wimby could pretty much possibly have. In general, for me, I'm actually thinking I'm going to hold on to my Wimby. And the reason that is because if we see a Wimby who has the same animations as his pink diamond, the way that a lot of the other opals in these drops have been, then it's not going to really be worth upgrading, because there will be some statistical boosts, but your pink diamond is probably more souped badge wise than the Galaxy Opal version will be. And so look, will the opal be better? Yes. Will the speed and difference be noticeable? Probably. Will it be worth selling him? I don't really know. Now, with that being said, I am selling, well, I already sold Opal Tim Duncan, who I had bought. I sold Opal Tim. The rest of my team, here's the honest truth. I have 3 expensive cards on my team: Dr. J, Michael Beasley, and Victor Wembanyama. I could also sell Rudy Gay. I really like him, and I don't think he's like that insanely expensive, so I'm probably not going to sell him either as of right now, because look, I have 1.2 million MT. That's going to get me like 2 cards, realistically, is the honest truth. Like, that's probably not going to get me a lot. Now, Jaren Jackson Jr., I might consider upgrading to his opal, but even my Jaren, he's going to be getting an opal because he was an all-star. My diamond has 3 legend badges and 31 Hoffs. Like, I could sell him, and I could also hold on to him and just be like, maybe he's not going to get any animation upgrades. And if he doesn't get animation upgrades, card's going to play pretty much exactly the same as this one. And this one, having already good stats and having freaking 3 legend badges and 31 Hoffs is like, what's the point at that point? You know what I'm saying? And so maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of thought for me that yes, you want to sell all your filler stuff, but I don't know if you want to sell your top tier cards, guys like Beasley, Dr. J, and Wembanyama, because there is a good chance that Beasley is still the best shot creating small forward in the game after All-Star Weekend. There is a good chance that Pink Diamond Wemby is pretty much the same as Opal Wemby, and there's a pretty good chance I think that Dr. J is still the best shooting guard in the game after All-Star Weekend. So I think there'll be a lot of good cards. I think there'll be a lot of good content. I'm sure I will be picking up 1 or 2 of those cards, and I would recommend trying to make as much MT as possible this week for All-Star Weekend content. But I personally am not going to be selling my whole team. I don't know if that's the way to go, in all honesty. It's up to you. If that's the way you want to go and you want to count on elite level animation changes, then maybe you'll be right. And if you are, then, well, I'll lose some MT this week, like this weekend. That's just how it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm personally kind of willing to take the risk with what we've seen recently, that especially like the Galaxy Opals aren't going to be that much god tier better than their pink diamond counterparts and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of good cards this weekend and some cards that I'm going to want to upgrade towards. And hopefully, fingers crossed, 2K does this better than they did last year. If there are challenges for a Galaxy Opal all-star player, that would be fire. It can even be random. I think an option pack, a Galaxy Opal option pack of 3 of the Galaxy Opal players. I think that would be really good content. There should be some sort of ability to at least get 1 or 2 of these cards for free this weekend. I think that in general, it's going to be a money grab, but I hope it's not a special insert money grab the way last year was. As long as there's no like non-auctionable cards, it can't be as bad as last year with the gambling only stuff. But I do think that it could be very low pack odds and very expensive to try to get all these cards. And the whales are going to be spending a lot of money this weekend. That I can promise y'all. But I will not. And so, you know what? It is going to be up to us at the end of the day to stay strong and not spend a ridiculous amount of money on the game this weekend, because I know a lot of people are probably going to want to. And if you do, again, at the end of the day, that's your choice. But that's not the choice that I personally am going to make. And it's not the choice that I would recommend that y'all make. So with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.